Greetings and salutations. We continue to investigate the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yes, I've learned that the mini-games are repeatable, which is nice, which is good, because my bandage-covered hands are getting in the way. Alright, give whoever's KO'd Sonic an earful for me, Detective Tails and Butler. I liked it better when he wasn't talking to us. Will do, Sheriff. Come on, Silverain, let's head to the library. On it. This is way more exciting than microwaving chili dogs. Silverain, coming. Alright. Oh. Breathtaking views. Train passes by some incredible sights. Just happy to be travelling at normal speed. I got nauseous pretty easily. I have to avoid things like roller coasters. I don't mind roller coasters. I find myself running on the tracks more than I do riding in the carts. I will never understand this friends group. And it's a nice little reference to some of the games though. Nothing else available. Ooh, hello. Howdy, partners. Platoon Free Establishment. Coliseum Highway Zone. Ah, that's where we are. Nice little touch there. Ready to mosey on down to the next car. You got it, partner. Onwards. I'm kind of glad they didn't put achievements in this. Oh, God, hang in there. This stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. What? I wasn't carrying anything though. Everyone's favourite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, SPOs and I want to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet, thank you. Victor, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found an elite yet? Ah, the detective pair need help from the birthday girl. She knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you. And quick. But how are you going to leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? Yes, she has our special birthday key. Birthday girl has master key. Right, the birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? You look mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, just making sure to make things going well. Well, things aren't going great. Not sure if you've forgotten, but there was a murder. I mean, besides that. Besides murder? My social skills, non-existent. I feel personally attacked, and also this guy's far too accurate for me. Alright. I'm Victor the Butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I SPO the poet. Ah, poetry. Renascent message from poet to reader, meant to challenge our delicate perspectives, the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure. Teardrops in the spring, can you hear me sing? La-di-da, da-di-dee. I like the chops. Is that it? Have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Silverain, here to establish both your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened? After Amy had everyone leave the dining car. Oh sure, it's simple. We just explained to Amy, actually. We're all sent off. Rouge, Blaze, Shadow and Sonic all passed through this library car. Well, that's good to know that everyone went to where they were supposed to be. Amy told us me and SPO to stay. Promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Victor got bored and left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? We happened to see a lipstick stain on a cup of the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car seeming to look for something. And she went to search the saloon car. Came back shortly afterwards. We heard a shout, "No way," at the brochure standing over there. And she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. What she found, obviously being on a hunt for something. To reach left, Shadow walked through the casino car, entered the library car, locked the door behind him. More importantly, why is Shadow been locking doors? Walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. Insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. Got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. Guess he walked through the library car to the casino car again, locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. But he came back, realised Knuckles had locked the door to saloon car, so it was stuck in the library car. Wait, if Knuckles locked the door, then it means Shadow would get handed over the key unless he had multiple keys. But so far, Shadow seems to be the only person who could have moved the body. Unless the train itself did it. That's when the train sped up, we were worried about the bookshelves falling us, but we got through it all right. We sat trapped in here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one who told us someone murdered Sonic. Yeah, that's all that happened. That's all these locked doors. Vector or SBO could have left the library car or the saloon car. They're trying to make a locked door mystery. Alright, thank you both for your cooperation. We're going to peek around and see if we can return any questions. If you return when we meet, I'll chop it up for you. If you'd like to be serenaded with a poem again, I've got you covered too. Thanks, guys. The alibi seems solid enough, but we still search for clues. What I'm looking for is any evidence that will prove what they're saying is true. Okay, we need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving, and also if SB was actually in the library car reading. It's all task, but we can do it. Let's look to the bottom of this. Alright, so we've got so many books on the ground, I wish I had time to pick them all up. They sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked down by the train speeding up. Bruce pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. Reckless behaviour, I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing, they're open too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Also, I hate it when people open books too far like that. Something's always hidden in the trash can, let's check there. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I thought there'd be really something there this time. Silverain, you sad there's nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. Really think so? Yeah, I just need to stay optimistic. I wish I was a raccoon. It'd be quite funny being a trash panda. Okay, yeah. Okay, these trash bins. Whoops, I skipped that one. Never mind. Okay, Tails likes this because we're unconventional. Hang in there. Chow hanging precarious from a tree branch. Wow, I really needed to see this. This little Chow's hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety because he's choosing the hard way is the most rewarding. That's beautiful. This Chow can stick to his principles and find strength, and I can too. There's no way that much thought was put into this poster, right? Brochures. Travel destinations here like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh. Silverain, look at this, a couple of maps here. Seems to be a map of the library car, and the books are organised by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map, let's take it. Should we take this brochure about the cave too? Stalactites? Nah, leave it. Yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. Alright, so, can we have a look at this? That might come up in a bit. Chaos Cola. Check out the book of the month Golden Gal. Oh, the train's putting the books away. Oh, poor thing, that arm was really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Let's just take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are very comfy, so plush, puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Silverain, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? I had a ring for every time murder ruined my nap time. So, we've got the globe next. Globe of our marvellous planet. Haven't travelled around that much. These islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops, and the food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia, if you've ever been there. Have actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and make one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Scream knows everyone, and they've been everywhere, haven't they? So it just leaves this book then. What's this bright red book? Oh, yoke, it reeks of evil, signed as Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelette. You may not be wrong. Oh. Aha! There is more! But do we have time for it? Yeah, we got a bit of time. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me, no time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. Scavenging through all the book titles excitedly. Like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the shelf and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order but this one. The Mirage Express manual. The train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but this is interesting. Let's make a note of this. So someone wants to know how the train works. That's very interesting. Got a turnabout paint. Okay. Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Actually, I really like that one. Can I take your order? My starved stomach babbled, though I ignored the grumbling tummy for eggs I received or scrambled when I asked for eggs. My eggs sunny. Wow, we don't serve any eggs on the train though. My talent's wasted on you lot. No, I like that one. That was fun. Bring me any meat to chop? Maybe a butcher, but confiscated my meat cleaver for getting on the train. Why'd you try to bring a knife on the train? I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Can I take your order? Oh yes, please. I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. There's mystery is more important. Then why would you show the menu to me? What, Silverain? Can you tease him like that? And here I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Silverain, you made him a fool. Smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thanks. I smooth things over, but what cost? Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. Padlocks unlocked. Alright, well, let's get this interrogation going. I haven't got a clue what's going on. Okay, so the two of you don't believe us, huh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I won't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Silverain, I'm here to confirm two things. Why Victor left to go play games with Knuckles, and Espio really was reading in the library car. Victor, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We were preparing for evidence if needed. Well, that's easy, I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we're instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car. I figured go check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered from Knuckles. That brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car and found something was left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop until he's done. I've seen it happen. Must have been a good read. What was the book? Spirit doesn't know you that, detective? Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What the kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch what the book might be. Silverain, could you help me out here? Alright, what could it be? Well, this one. A manual? Do you think Espio's reading instructions? What argument could possibly have to support this? Okay. Oops, I should have jumped over those. No! Let me try that again. Both grasping, I knew it. Got this, let's try it again. Alright, alright. Okay, I want to jump over. Oh, I only still want to get the last ring there. Am I dodging? Oh. Oh, you can do the old thing of like standing in the middle of the rings. Get and pick both sides. There we go. I'm glad we can't fall off the bottom or the top of this. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning that someone at the very least picked up the manual up and put it back in the incorrect place. This lacks attention to detail, which isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, won't have you insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet, friendship can form anyway. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual, Silverain, if you don't mind. Can I ask SPO some questions about the manual? Quick flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz SPO about the manual. Prove he reads it. Which page do I quiz him on? Quiz him on page 97. That's nice and in the middle, rather than right at the end. What if Vision's extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms during the events can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up the trash and messes afterwards. Yeah, I remember this, the conductor saying the train can clean itself. I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. Robotic arms can detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passengers' safety. Yeah, I aced the question. Hit with another one. Well, 200. What's the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds, you've been charged, and no show fee. Does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Yeah, the person who made this must have been over the age of 65. Last one, Silverain, see if you can go free for free. Which page should I pick last? 402. What was implemented to support the conductor's duties and ease the general train obligations? Intelligent data processing system works in tandem with the conductor to ensure smooth travel for guests. Remember this, the train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities while the conductor is present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes. Totally. Why do you retain all this information so quickly? A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I've been bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual, but those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. You both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? I have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Wait a minute, couldn't he read my mind before? Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite there being the truth. Oh, he definitely read through the manual. Suppose we can... I suppose, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct, probably. Apparently, I don't believe that could be true. We have evidence to back it up. Silverain? Oh, he puts me on the spot. What, do we have a piece of evidence linked to somebody who also saw SPO reading? What was that? The Shadow. And Rouge as you pass through the area. Shadow's log. Please, pray tell, what does it have to do with anything? We're up, Silverain, let's get our argument together. Again, I'm liking the writing. I just think that the minigame's completely, you know, unrequired. Nice, I got my rings. They're quite good levels. God, Silverain's Dream Gear, like Dreamcast Game Gear. 2 failed platforms together in one chunky thing. Okay, Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. Wasn't the high score long? Crocs are natural gamers. So he said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. And he only mentions that Vector came back. And Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car. SPO was fully seated reading his book for a good while at that point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. So absolutely no way Shadow and SPO didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book. I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of the doors opening and locking wouldn't cause you to look up? Well, you see. I can sense SPO's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, in that moment were you really in the library car at all? How would SPO leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw SPO in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Silverain. I would love for SPO to unsolve. You gotta believe me. The cool demeanour is vanishing. I was so involved in my book I didn't notice Shadow passed back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. Must avenge my friend's death, so I asked you again, SPO. You weren't here for Shadow to see you reading. How did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why doesn't it feel right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Is he simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish not to notice Shadow's return to the car? What should I do? Let me have a look. If he was sat here, he would have seen both. There! Actually, I'm going to defend him. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Right, my fellow associate, lay it on me. A piece of evidence shows that Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another. Right, let's get my thoughts in order. There is a spot on there where you can't see people. Oh, that was a bad choice. Oops. I pressed it, but it just didn't jump. Let me have a go. Alright, we go this way. Oh, I should have gone that way. I forgot again. I'm missing far too many rings here. Goodness me. Wow, I got far more rings than I realised. I thought I was nowhere near. Library map. Oh, I see. See, the exits are right across from one another. Straight path. Shadow walked down the straight path. There's a way Espio and Shadow wouldn't have seen one another. So you have to point out exactly on the map what you mean. Now, it would have to be over here. Because, I mean, they could have seen each other there. He'd have been looking at the wall, but Shadow would have seen him coming that way. For Shadow not to see him. Interesting, that's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this, so when I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in that same spot. That confirms it then. Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from that spot. Because the bookcase is in the way. No way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa. Makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return. There's no way you could have seen him. I apologise for losing my cool back there. I felt I was grasping this, telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering our questions. And with that interrogation done, I think we're moving on to the next car. That's 2 alibis done. Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything is straightening itself out in the end. While I'm exhausted, I'm going to go crash here for a bit, but the chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could do a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done, though I have plenty of questions to Rouge, and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems like the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. And that's so cute to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give 'em heck, and if you need any meat chopped up, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick-tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Silverain, let's see what's next. Coming, and we are now moving on to the next spot. And I will see you next time.